Vinny, from an investigator's standpoint, how did the prosecution blow the Casey Anthony case?
I think how they blew it was they didn't show a real motive, number one. And number two, they really didn't find the cause of death. Unfortunately, the way they found the bones and the way the body was found, they just had no forensic proof of how she died. So the supposition that she died of drowning in a pool gave reasonable doubt to the jury. And they just didn't have a good case. I think she's guilty. I think 99% of the United States population thinks she's guilty, but the jurors didn't think she's guilty, and that's the problem, because the jurors now, they want to see forensic proof. They want to see the smoking gun. They want to see something they want to see a DNA chart that says that this happened this way. It's the way the jurors think nowadays, and it's a problem for the prosecution.
So what would you have done had you been leading this investigation that they did not do, or did they do everything that they could and they just didn't have a better case? They couldn't have presented a better case.
I don't think they could have presented a better case. I think they were dealt a series of cards and they had to play with the cards they had. I don't think they could have. It's always good to have 20/20 hindsight and say, well, you should have did this, should have did that. I think that when they indicted her and they had the case together, in their minds, I think they had a strong case, but I think it fell apart at the trial. I think her parents that took the stand were not credible witnesses, and it worked against the prosecution.
Alan Dershowitz suggested that they overcharged Casey Anthony, that she should have been charged with a lesser crime because this is a capital case in a state that has the death penalty, and you need to be really, really certain before you sentence somebody to death.
I think he's correct on that, but given that train of thought, I would think that with the charge of aggravated child abuse, which was a serious crime, but a lesser crime than, and the manslaughter charge, they could have voted for that instead of just the death penalty. So they did have a lesser option.
Yeah. So at this point, is there anything left to investigate? She's been acquitted. Do we presume that she was not responsible and somebody else was? Or if she was responsible, somebody else participated in a cover-up? Is there a crime still left unprosecuted that they could go after?
Yes, I think this poor kid that died, I don't know if they'll ever present a case against the perpetrator. If she didn't do it, if she is innocent, then who did it? Now, the fact that she did not report it for 30 days and that she told the cops lies about that in by itself is circumstantial evidence that she did it. But I guess the jury didn't feel that way.